Hi. Happy start of the week, right? Now that we just got through our big holiday. I want to welcome you into a moment with Celeste. And we are going to do a little bit of some clustering today. I'm going to do some clustering. Don't that sound fun? So as you come in, just say hi. And I'm just going to hang out here for a minute to get our friends all in place here. And see if we can get everything going over here too. I think we are going to be just great today. I really do. I see some eyes peeping in. Hi, Linda. Hi, Tammy. I see you guys for sure. And Gwen Martin, welcome to the house. Nice to have you with us today. I hope you are doing well. We are doing good. Had a really nice weekend. I hope all of you guys did too. Please tell me you did. Just kind of one of those little laid back weekends, which were really, really nice. Okay, I'm going to get our little thingy going here. Linda Fletcher, hi Celeste, hi Tammy, hi Gwen, hi Celeste, hi Tammy, hi Gwen. Oh gosh, Linda, you saw my big whatnot goof up this morning, I think, didn't you? Wasn't that bad? I'm sure glad those get deleted really quick. We're going to try it again though. I've never had that trouble with it because I've done whatnots before, but I don't know. I just didn't want to cooperate with me this morning. I don't know what happened. So, as you come on in, I'm going to see how many of you, I know those of you that are on my private group page, you're going to have another name for these, but how many of you know what a cluster is? Who can be the first one to tell me what a cluster is in junk journaling? Anybody know? Anybody know? Da, 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 da. So, oh, you weren't there. Oh, good. I'm so glad you were bowling. I'm so happy you were bowling and not on my little goof up sale this morning. So let's just give it another second here and we'll get her going here. I'm not streaming into anybody, so okay. Well, if you don't know, a cluster, aka a bunchie, a scrunchie, because I know there's different names for them. Multiple items in a grouping. Oh, Linda, you are on it this morning or this afternoon. So that is correct. Multiple bunches, pieces, layers in a grouping. Hello there, Miss Jamie. Welcome in. Good to see you. Hi, Lori Thompson. Oh, you're a sweet lady. Thank you so much. Thank you. You guys are all so sweet and so kind. So yes, a cluster are multiple layers in a grouping. So sometimes, we hear of cluster of grapes, right? Got lots of layers of grapes all in a bunch as a cluster of grapes. What else do we have clusters of? Let's see. You cluster, well, we all know the candy. Wasn't there one called a peanut cluster? I know that one pretty well. But this one we're going to do is going to be our little paper, fabric, button, whatever I can find kind of clusters that we use in our junk journals to add some embellishment. And so I'll show you a couple here before we get started. I've been working on some fall ones because these I'm doing some sale on Friday night. The Crafty Bunch page and here at 7 o'clock Central. And so we're going to have packets of clusters and all kinds of things that we'll have up there. Hello, Renee. But here's one that I have made. And this is one that we made, I think we made this maybe on a live the other day when we put the little thread puddle in here. And we've got buttons and we've got some vintage lace on the back of a piece of cardboard. So there's one. This one I did out of a little vintage card. And put that one together. Again, Fabrics has a little paper rose there in the middle. And then this one here has a little piece of a vintage piece of metal in there. That's one of the pretty fall ones. I'm doing quite a few of the fall ones to help you guys with your fall journals. But look at, see how the layers are? And this one I just picked up this piece of little, it looks like a newspaper print. But I think that would be really cute on the back of this one. See? Okay. And then this cute little one, again, out of another vintage card. And this one has a little bit of that waffle weave that we did, I think, the other day, too. And I put a little leaf button on there. And so we're just going to do some other ones today, some different types. So the first one I have is I was actually just walking into, and I don't know why, guys, but this was on the nightstand in my bedroom. Because sometimes I take and do my little fussy cutting while I'm laying there at night. And so I found this on there. But isn't that a cute little card that had gotten cut out? Hello, Lynn, or Tammy. I always said hi to you, didn't I? Tammy, I'll say hi again. Love them all. So pretty. Thank you, Tammy. So look at this one. This was a little card that I rounded the edges. And then it has kind of, I mean, it's definitely could be a Christmas holiday, but it also could be an everyday, okay? So, oops, don't let me drop the ones I've already put over here to work on. Oh my. Better get those picked up, right? Okay. So, what I'm going to do is I'll start so that you guys can see it a little bit better here now. This will be the side that is the right side that you should be looking at. So I thought what I'd start with is I pulled out a few little things here. And the first thing I'm going to start with is this little bit of a vintage piece of crocheted trim. And so I think I am going to, on this one, put a little bit of a grunge around the edge of this, only because if I don't, it's going to blend in with the middle on this, right? So let's just go around here and do this. Any of you who did something besides stayed home on the weekend? Anybody do something other than stay home on the weekend? Let's see. Let's see who did. Who did something other than staying home? Okay, then I'm going to take this, and I like that little scallop piece of it there. And I'm going to take that little scallop piece, and that's going to go, I think, towards the bottom. So I'm going to center this right in the middle there. See there? Just doing that already makes it look really pretty. I crunged it up a little, so put some glue. And the reason I'm doing more of these is, like I said, I'm having a sale on Friday, so I want to make sure I have plenty of things to offer to all of my wonderful friends out here in Moments with Celeste Land. So then I think the next thing I'm going to do, I had cut out this little piece of that grassy stuff, and you know, I like that. And I'm going to take it and I'm going to put it think I'm going to maybe do this one just a little cattywampus on it. Yeah. That's what we got so far. Then I have those pretty little paper roses, and this is kind of a burgundy, kind of a cross between a light burgundy and a coral. Isn't that a pretty color? I do like it. I do, I do, I do. You went to your son's new house for a fire pit night. That sounds like fun, Lori. Oh, did you go to Ollie's? We just got one here, Renee. Just got an Ollie's here, and I haven't been there yet. Let's see, Linda. Did you, I'm assuming you're talking about Ollie's the store, right? Ann's Create and Share. Hi there, Ann. Everybody give Ann a follow. Give Magically Rustic Designs a follow. Okay, so there's what we got so far. Now that little card. Okay. Then I just happened to pull off, and it was an accident. It was off of some of my weave ribbon, and it tore too far, so I had this little hunk of something left on there. So I thought I would take this, and I'm just going to stick it up underneath here. Maybe a little bit of hot glue up under there will help. Where that little tail's hanging wadded together. And we're just going to make that come out. Gives just a little more dimension here. And then I found this cute little, have a little rosette button. So I'm thinking I'm going to put the rosette, kind of stick it like right up in there. Okay. And then I've got this pretty kind of, I don't know, it's not a navy blue, it's not a country blue, but it's a really pretty blue. And I'm going to layer, as Miss Linda said, there are multiple layers. I'm going to layer this one right up in here, just to give a little different color. And then I've got this cute little wine burgundy, teeny tiny one. The manager, you went to the store too? And so the manager said, come back this Thursday for, I missed that, another deal. Did you say so? So those of you that have been to Ollie's, do you think it's worth the trip to go to an Ollie's? Like I said, we just got one opened up here in town. There you go. And there's our first one. Let's see here. If I could catch up with your comments over here. I want to see what y'all say. So what type of things do they have there at Ollie's? Can someone tell me that? I'm going to look here so I can see a little bit. Let's see. Cumberland. So my phone one is working and this one's not. It's an hour away, but worth the paper deal. They do it. They sell papers. Ooh. I may have to go there tomorrow. Hello, Linda Watson Gillingham. I have one about 5 minutes away. Do you go there often, Linda? Okay, there's that one. Then we're going to do another. The next one we're going to do, I'm going to do in some blues. And I might add in this too. I got to show you guys all the things here. Look at all I pulled out to work on with clusters. Because you know, I might change my mind, right? I might change my mind. 5 minutes away, huh? You don't know, you go there just every now and then. So tell me, you folks that have been there, what type of a store is it? Is it like an upper level scale Dollar Tree or Five Below? Is it like a Hobby Lobby? Is it like, do they have all kinds of things? I don't know. Can you tell me? Because I really don't know, and I'd love to know. I'd love to know what I can expect. Okay, now I'm taking a little piece of cardstock. Oh, I just told my husband yesterday, Linda, that I wanted to go get some rag rugs. I thought they had them at Five Below too. Not just every now and then, just great craft books. You guys, I'm supposed to meet someone for supper at 5 o'clock. Okay, then I trimmed the edges here with some metallic gold. Great craft books. We just got one. It's about 22 minutes away. Stock up on coffee. So is it maybe like a Big Lots? Because we don't have those anymore in Omaha. Those all closed like in the last couple of years. They get closed out so you really don't know what you're going to get when you go in. It's going to be whatever their closeout things were, right? That's kind of fun, like a glorified Goodwill. Okay, so I'm going to take this piece of fabric and we're going to scrunch it around a little bit here. So maybe kind of like on the line of Marshall's, what's the other one? Home Goods, At Homes, those kind of places. Marshall's and TJ Maxx, right? You had me at paper, you did, but you keep going and I'm going to be there. I might miss my supper date tonight. I just might. Okay, so there's what we've done with this. Okay, now I have to decide. I kind of liked adding this little gray ticket on this, but I got to figure out where I want it, because I might actually just let it hang out a little bit. Okay, let's do this and see what it's going to look like. I fold it down a tad. I do, you guys. This new junk store that I found here in town, not a junk store, it's an antique store. But oh my gosh, have they ever got me hooked? I'm going to try, well, I'm probably going to have to go there one more time this week before my sale Friday, because there's something else I want to add. Okay, and there we got that. But that's what I love about making these clusters, is that you can just put anything in them. No, nothing like TJ Maxx or Marshall's, okay? Well, I'm going to have to go and find out, aren't I? I am definitely going to have to go and find out. Now, this one here, I think I'm going to take this little blue flower piece, and we're going to go across the top here, and then maybe up to the corners. Go to the corners. These are so much fun to put together. I have a little blue under here. All right. So that's what we got so far, but we're not done with this one yet. We are not. More like a Big Lots, you would say. Okay. More like a Ross's. A Ross's? Is it Ross's or Rose's? Ross's? We have those in Omaha, and I've never been in a Ross's. Definitely not upscale. Okay. Okay, so prices are pretty good then. Okay. Well, that is good to know. Then I'm going to layer this little piece of navy blue, or not navy, it's a teal blue. And I think I'm going to scrunch it on here a little bit. Just to get a little more layer of coloring in there. And then I've got this piece, and I think I'm going to come over with this little piece of something something, and I'm going to come off, and I'm not going to center that one. I'm going to let it come off a little bit further over on the side here. Do all of you like to enjoy making clusters? Now I've got this piece too. It's like a little tassel. Let's see. I love Ross's. And let's see. I've been working on my fall papers too. I do too. I love these fall colors. That's what we're getting into next. Okay, we got that there. And then maybe let's just see what this looks like. This might not look right, but we're just gonna maybe bunchy this one up. That's gonna be adorable. It is. It's a little piece of a ribbon that's tassels. And I'm going to scrunch it together a tad and just get it on here. Okay. That's kind of fun. And then I have this pretty little, look at that, isn't that a pretty little vintage button here? Okay, let's do this one here. And I think we'll set that button like right over here a little. So that one turned out kind of cute and whimsy. What do you think of this one? There's the second one. Okay. So we've done these two just since we've been sitting here. I love them because they go so fast, you know. Now this one here is going to have different pieces of goodness on it. So here is a vintage note card that I have, and it's got the metallic gold. And I have to decide if I want to make it a big one so that it can just be like a tuck tag, or if I want to make it a cluster. And I think I'm going to cluster it because I really like clusters that are just a little bit smaller that you can just stick when you're doing your journaling and your art mixed medias. When you're doing all of that and you have a spot that just isn't quite what it needs to be. Hi Cheryl, how are you? Good to see you. Come on in. Looks like a scarf with a tassel. It would have been a little like a little Barbie scarf tassel, I think, Lori Beth. Hi, honey. Okay, so I think what we'll do here is, first of all, I am going to take a piece of this piece that looks like a written book paper. Like that, okay. And I'm going to scrunch it just a bit here. I don't want to do too much because there's going to be some other stuff to lay on that might overwhelm this a little bit. Okay. Smoosh it a little bit. Then I have this piece, I cut this piece of ribbon off, and this is a cross between a coffee filter feeling ribbon and a real light suede. Okay. Hi, Deborah. How are you, my friend? Hope you had a good weekend. We went and picked Lori Beth up yesterday and just went for a nice ride to us down in a little small town area down by us, didn't we, Lori? Got us out of the house to go do something. She didn't come home this weekend, so we went and kidnapped her, right? I love to take rides in the car. I should have been a dog. I just should have. I think sometimes I probably even stick my head out the window. I'm sure I do. So that was something we were just talking about yesterday, that my mom and dad, that was our entertainment. We loved going for rides in the car. Now I have this little piece of leftover rice paper. So I'm going to just take and tear some of this off. And I'm going to stick that up here. Give it a good scrunchie. Okay. Got that in there. Then I have, so you see how I'm just building each layer? Each piece gets a little bit smaller than the one before it. That's the way I like to do it. And then I've got this little piece here, and it's just a piece of cardstock. But let's see if we can get it looking size enough to where it can just kind of go there in the middle. Okay. Take off a little bit more, I think. Okay, we'll glue this one in here. And angle it so you can still see the rice paper. And then I do have, now I think on this one here, I'm going to, a red one will be a perfect choice for that, for a button. And I have a little bit of, it was just a little bit of that old tablecloth that I had that I use a lot. So if I'm thinking if I take it and kind of just tangle bangle it around a little bit. Get some more layers. Okay. Squish it some more without burning myself to pieces here. Okay. Ouch. Alright, then we'll put that one about right here and squish that up a bit. Okay. So see what we got there so far? And then I've got this pretty red. It's almost kind of a rusty red. It has a little design in it. And I'm going to put that here in the middle. Then I'm going to see if I want to do this or not. Got these little scraps of that blue from that other piece left. And I think that'll look good on there. Because there's some blue in the, grab another one here, another small piece. A blue on that tissue paper that I put on, or that rice paper, I guess it was. Okay. Got that in there. So, do I need anything else? I don't know. And a fun little scrunchy cluster. A little cluster. Okay, let's see here. I do like to use, I'm going to get me some more of these. I know Tim Holtz has them, but his are quite a bit more pricey. And I can get these, I think, at Hobby Lobby. A whole thing in these different sizes, like they look like clock mechanisms, but they're plastic. So I'm going to take one of these, and I think we'll stick it, let's just put it right up here. Kind of on there a bit. Let's see, I might want to bring it up a tad. There we go. There we go. So there's that one. Kind of an old world feel little cluster. Okay. Then one I thought I would try here. I've not done one like this before, but I'm going to just do this card. That's a butterfly. And it's a good size little butterfly. Probably about 2.5 inches. So I thought it might be fun. Am I sure I wasn't in a past life? No, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure. Okay, so now we're going to take this and let's see. Let's come over here now to the fun pile. I have a piece of that coffee stained paper towel that I could use. I have this. I like this. This is a new trim. I'll have a little bit of this on sale Friday night. I love this. It's kind of almost a little bit of a cobalt blue. So let's see here. Take just a little bit. Okay. And let's see if we want to put that in here in the middle. Maybe I'll kind of poke it together a little bit. Okay, get that on there and that'll fan out. That actually looks kind of like a little wing itself. Okay, so I took that little square of this and scrunched it together and did that. Then let's see. Oh my, oh my, oh me, oh my. What do I want to do? Do I want to go with some coral? on here somehow. This one's going to be a little challenging to get. Oh, wouldn't you know, they're out here. I think they must do it. It's on Tuesdays, isn't it? Right at the window. We won't be very long, though. Okay, so if I take this and kind of push it up in there a little bit, kind of make it like it's another part of the body here, the back part. Okay, that's a fun one. Okay, so let's see how I did that. So then now we've got to take, thank you there, Miss Renee and Tammy, thank you. Let's see. There's so many different things I could use with this because it's really a neutral color. But let's think about this. I don't know. I'm going to take a piece of this and I'm going to kind of twist of that gold mustard colored gauze that I have. Okay. Let's twist it up good. Right in there. And then if I come across the top of that blue piece there, that'll give another layer up there. Okay. Got that. Got the little thingies coming out the bottom here. I think I'll put a little bit more glue up under here just so you don't come and twist it too much. So I don't want it to be too thick. Okay. So we've got that so far. You see that? Whoop. Roll it over. See that? Okay, now we'll put a little button, of course, on there. And I could also see, instead of a button, what it would look like if I remember where I put them. I had some more of those little rosettes, but this one might be too big, but they do have a white one in this little pack. I'm so excited. I'm supposed to be getting in the mail some Prima flowers that I had ordered, different kinds. Oh, that's cute. That is going to be cute. So we'll go right in the middle. It's gonna cover up some of that blue, but you still see it. Isn't that fun? And then maybe put a little teeny tiny button right in the middle. Now I had a little pearl one in here in this little pile that I had pulled out. Did it get away from me? Let's see. Oh, here it is. I wonder if it'll let me squish it down. It might be too chunky. So let's try another. I really like this though. It has a little, like a little pearl. Isn't that cute? Let's try it again. We'll try it and we'll, if I have to sit on it, I will. Okay. Down in there. Smush it in there good, Celeste. Come on. You can do hard things, Celeste. There. I did it. I did it. A little crooked, but at least it's in there. Then we can pull this up a little more so that we could see our blue behind. I just think that'd be just kind of a cute little fun little cluster. And I really don't think I want to do anything else with it. I like that kind of a natural feel to it. So what time we got? 34. Okay. Then let's do a fall one, and then we'll be done with that. Now I like this vintage one too, or I could just use the plain cardboard. But I'm thinking since I have some of these, and see how it has a metallic on it. Let's see, maybe we'll do this a longer one. And I've got this salmon color fabric. Sure, let's go down here on this edge. Cut some of that off. Okay, so if we take that and scrunch it a little bit, but first of all, I might want to take, now I got this, let's see what this would look like, I don't know. Look at this buttercream lace. It's a stretch lace, isn't that a pretty buttercream? I think it's going to be too big though for this. Unless, you know what I can do? I can shorten this a little. And we can let this cover the middle part so that you still see some of that cocoa gray brown stick out. That's what we'll do there. So I think I'll put that in first and then we'll do this. Okay. It's real soft. And then we'll scrunch it just a tad. Just because I don't want it to cover up all the other pretties that are on this edge. Okay. That might work. Okay, that's going in the middle of it. Okay. Then I'm going to take, let's see. Now I've got this metallic gold, and there's metallic gold on here. So I do want to incorporate this somewhere. And I might use some of this little torn fabric here. But let's see. So first of all, do we want to put that there? And then do we want to put the salmon on top of it? Maybe. You can make a cute greeting card with that. Oh, that would be really cute, Lori Beth. That would be cute. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead with this gold metallic one, and we'll just put it on here. And, oh, that's a hot one. That in the middle. Then let's go with this little piece of salmon here. And maybe make it the full little cluster floral cluster thingy, whatever. Okay. Now I can even take this, and that's what I'm going to do with this one. Oh, I need to put some more on there. Well, maybe I won't now that it's doing its own thing. Okay, let's go with this. Okay. See what that one's like for now. Pull that in a little so you see some more of that gold, because that gold really is pretty behind there. Prettier than the plain old salmon. Okay, now let's go with, what do I want? Oh boy. Okay, look at this. So this is a layered ribbon snippet strip made with some different laces, okay? So I'm going to take this and we're going to put that here in the middle of this, because then that brings out some more brightness. At least that's what my thinking is here. So I've got that in there. So I've got so far. You see that? And then I've got, what else did I want to put on there? I'm really liking this year my lavenders with my, I think I told you this last time. So you know I'm really liking it. This is kind of a light mauve lavender, not mauve, it's a lavender. But if we take that, put that in the middle there, that just gives a little more color too on the orange and the yellows. Okay, squish it. Smush it, smush it. Okay. And then on this one here in the middle, let's see if we do something like this big old, that's kind of pretty on there. This is one of those watch mechanism, clock mechanism pieces. Now I like this bigger one on there. I think this is going to look really pretty on here. So I could have put a pumpkin in the middle to really make it fall. Okay, we got that on. Now, is there a teeny tiny little orangey button that would fit in the middle of that? There sure is. Let's see if we can get that in there. Okay. Now, that's what we got so far. Oops, we gotta push that back on. Okay. And then I need to decide if I want to do something out here on the edges a little bit since there is so much space. And I'm thinking, I'm going to try this and we're just going to see what this looks like. But look at this amazing, isn't that a pretty fall pattern? So if we just take and rip off a little strip and then do a little scrunchie maybe over here. And I want to get some of that pretty orange in here too. That is such a pretty color. I went to estate sales on Saturday, and boy, ladies, did I get a ton of back quarters. And I'll be sharing some of those with you. Just kind of bringing that out here on this edge a little bit. There are some beautiful ones. The person that they were having the estate sale for was an interior decorator, designer, and did a lot of picking out the upholsteries and wait till you see some of the things we got. Okay, so there you can't see it really well, but it's good enough. It's good enough. And then I'm going to add in a couple of yikes, and touch my hot glue gun. A couple of little, maybe some of these orangey colors to pull out more of the orange. Like put one over here, and maybe we can do this color kind of up there. And then, let's see, I have a little yellow one, I think. It might be too yellow though. Okay, let's see, there's a yellow. That maybe we can put it like right up in here, I don't know. And that covers up my gold. That won't fit there, looks too funky there. I think I'm going to stick with my oranges. But there's this one that's really pretty. Look at that. I'll put that on here. It'll go in here somewhere. We'll put it down there. Okay. And then we'll get them on. I have sure enjoyed my button collection. And I keep adding more to it. And they're so much fun. Okay, now let's see. I don't know if I want to do this now, but this was my plan originally, but I think it's going to be too much. But let's just see. This is a really pretty fabric too. Fall colors. I'll show it to you a little closer here in a minute. Let's see if I get a tiny little bow made out of this, and maybe we can just, oh yeah, that'll be fine. That'll be fine. But look at the colors in this strip. Isn't that pretty? So maybe we'll go right up here and put it up here in the top corner above this little. This will have lots of crunchy stuff on it. clusters. Okay. And then the only other thing I would do, but I don't have one in me, is I have some little miniature brown paper tags. And I think that would be a cute one hanging, sticking out somewhere on here. Well, here, let's just try this. Why not? Make it small enough where it can just kind of come up. I don't know if I want it there though. Maybe. What do you think? What do you think of that? So this is, hi there Liz, thanks for coming in. Let me get a good grunge on this one here first. Okay, just on the edges. And well, come on. And then, if there's a little teeny, yes, that will be perfect. Put that right there. And then I could take, let's see, do I want it up here? Or to balance it out down here? I think I want it up here. And I'm going to take, if I can find it in this mess, just a little teeny bit of some twine, just so it looks like it has something sticking out of it. And we'll just kind of glue that on the back here. Okay, so I just put it on the back. And then we'll see if we can hang it. So now that I got that up there, I want that little piece of twine to show. So let's see here. Might end up doing it. I think this would be cute down here, really. I really do. So let's take it and let's put some of the twine up there. Just so you know that that's what that is. That it's going to be a little tag. And then that way, if I put the glue on this, on the twine, I don't have to glue. Oh, I just think that's a little cutie. There we go. See it hanging down there? You probably can't see it really well, but the twine goes up here in the middle. So, there we go. Now, I might want to decide that I'm going to, I'm going to round these corners a little bit. Maybe. Too late now, right? I'll leave that one just like it is. How's that? Okay. So, in this 45 minutes we've been together, we've done this one. We did the butterfly. We did the pretty little. And this one here, I think, could even have a little more, like a little thin, narrow, and I don't have any in here, but a little narrow strip of something of a vintage lace on there, because that's definitely a vintage feel, isn't it? Isn't that pretty? So we got that one. And then we did the little blue bite. And then we did the more of the blue. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tags out of that. 45 minutes. There's really about 40 because then I showed you all the other ones before that we've done. So, oh, I'm a happy camper now. I got lots of these. Lots of these. Oh, fun. Look at that. My pile of pleasantries. It doesn't really take much to excite me, you guys. It really don't. But I hope you guys enjoy that. It was something just a little easy today that is relaxing. And then we're going to work on our junk journal on Thursday. Or was it Wednesday? When? I can't remember. Wednesday or Thursday. Maybe it's tomorrow. Look at my schedule if you scroll down on my feed. And then we're going to have our sale Friday night connected with the Crafty Bunch, and I'm on at 7 Central, and there's several others on before me that start. I want to say that they're going to start like around maybe 4 o'clock. So there'll be lots of us to choose from. Hi, Joanne. Oh, I'm glad you popped in, my friend. Well, you all have a good evening. I'm going to go get changed and dressed because my best friend and I are going to go to Saffron, which is a kind of a little modern upper scale, maybe a little bit Indian restaurant here in the Exarban area in Omaha. And Exarban is a real popular area. If you spell Exarban backwards, it says Nebraska. And it's been Exarban area since I was a little kid. So anyway, we're going to go do that tonight, just the 2 girls. So I hope you all have a wonderful evening too, and we'll see you all later, okay? Bye-bye. Oh, it's going to